Welcome back. Okay, so Lauren, you just wrapped up a whirlwind week of New York fashion, and we want the lowdown on your experience. I was following you on Instagram, and I was just stunned at the dress you wore at the Christian Siriano show. Oh. We want to know everything, so start with that.
Wasn't it beautiful?
Look at this
Okay, so according to Christian Siriano and my outfit by La Pointe today, and some lovely audience members, Cobalt Blue is in. This was one of my favorite looks I've ever worn for Siriano, and I've walked for him for many years, and I just appreciate how inclusive he has always been, will always be. And so it was really fun to celebrate queer art and inclusivity at New York Fashion Week on this runway.
Oh, God. Okay, listen, first of all, I have a question, but you have to teach me how to walk like that.
Okay.
Look at you, you are
one of these segments.
That dress, girl. Okay, so there are a lot of celebrities in the front row, like Whoopi Goldberg, Katie Holmes. What's it like when you step out onto the runway and you see those famous faces? Like, do you even see them?
Okay, so I don't, because my job is to kind of stay like steel-faced and unfazed and not react at all. But afterwards, you see the images and you kind of realize, oh my God, I was 2 feet from Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? And then you say, I could have reached out and touched her.
Yeah.
So that's really fun. But when you do see them is backstage, they come backstage after the show. And I've had really funny stories there, like Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso has zipped me out of my dress. Oh. Simone, the drag queen, has seen me naked after Hannah Waddingham zipped me out of my dress. And so that's when you kind of interact and get to know who was there.
Wow. Well, Andrea and I are both fans of some of the Real Housewives franchises. And they looked like they were everywhere during Fashion Week. The Cut even had a piece titled, "It's the Housewives Fashion Week." And we're just living for it. But did you see any?
I did. Okay, so I'm new to housewife fandom.
Congratulations.
Look at Andrea leaning in, leaning in.
Talk to me, girl.
We're leaning in.
I know all
my running joke in my household was that Meredith Marks was following me around. Because look at these two. They don't even need us. We just put Housewives on for
Real
them.
Housewives of Salt Lake City. Meredith Marks is a legend.
Love her. She's so stunning and so kind, but we kept arriving to events at the same time, so that's why we had the joke. Bronwyn from Salt Lake City was at the Siriano show.
Okay.
My favorite Housewives moment was I got to see Countess Luann perform Chic C'est La Vie live at an Edie Parker party. Look at those stems. Look at that dress.
My God.
And she's got pipes. She can really sing, and it was a riot, so that was an extra fun Housewives moment. And then Dorinda DJ'd a party.
Dorinda
allegedly was her first DJing gig. I'm sure not the last.
No.
That sounds like the influencer story. We just talked about influencers to actors, housewives.
It's true.
There's a DJ going, what?
There's a
Housewives are DJing now?
Wait.
And then Lisa Rinna walked for a really cool emerging designer called Jane Wade.
She's doing big time in fashion right now. She's on a lot of covers. She's walking a lot of runways along with her daughter. She's doing really well.
I saw that Lisa Rinna was late for the Marc Jacobs show, maybe because of the footwear. I think they were Marc Jacobs shoes, but it felt like all the housewives were wearing these shoes.
Look at these things.
You guys see these shoes?
Okay, when we do our runway walking class here, we'll try to get Marc Jacobs heels like this.
No, ma'am.
Those are kooky.
Oh my God, they do.
Right?
Look like an elf. You guys can see the silhouette there.
Yeah.
Do we like
Dutch clogs?
Yeah, the Dutch
That's
clogs
exactly
with a high heel.
Fascinating.
That's a lot.
Okay, so I heard there were some other unexpected celebrity models this year. So tell us about those fun runway stunts.
Does anybody remember Bill Nye, the Science Guy?
Yes.
Okay, take a look at this.
Nye.
Whoa! Talk about stems, am I right? Bill Nye is someone I would date, Andrea, to call back to our other scenario. I know, right? Look at him. Here he is wearing Tom Brown. Gooped and gagged.
So good.
This is the definition of gooped and gagged, right? Okay, so Bill Nye, I forget what I was going to say because now I'm so flustered.
Tom
Has
Brown.
kneecaps.
Yeah, Tom Brown, but he's also wearing this sort of celestial kind of esque shirt. So that was good.
So another person that looked great on the runway was Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she has been a Fashion Week staple lately, sitting front row, but she took the runway at Monse, and look at that. Absolutely eating it up.
She looks like she's wearing very little to no makeup as well, which is amazing and bold.
Just really striking runway moment for her, which is really exciting. So those are my favorite, we call them stunt casting.
Do you know what else was striking was some of the sets?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about some.
Okay, one of my favorite was La Pointe, which is the designer I'm wearing today, had their show at the NBA Players Association on a real basketball court. Wow. This was a dance pack that we see at basketball games performing to Beyonce. Fun fact, you're gonna notice all these models are wearing wedges because you're not allowed to wear heels on a court. It can ruin the wood. So a real court that NBA players practice and WNBA players practice on for La Pointe there. I also saw some performance art at Alexis Vitar. I'm not going to pretend to be so artistic that I fully understood, but God, it was beautiful. So Alexis Bitar is a jewelry brand. Sorry to cut you off there, Andrea.
No, because I love Alexis. That's why I'm like, I wear their stuff all the time.
Okay, so you have to get a matching gimp suit, allegedly.
Yeah, you see that?
This is art, people. It's thought provoking, and it was really exciting change up in the sets. And then my last favorite set was at Milk. There was a ranch fountain. I repeat, ranch fountain.
Hilarious.
It's in fashion, people. Get yours for 2025.
I don't hate it. I just need some carrot sticks and some celery sticks. I don't hate it.
I will say you could smell the ranch coming off it.
I'm sure that smell was wonderful. All right, so Fashion Week is all about revealing the upcoming garment trends. So what should we look forward to?
Okay, so when I talk about trends here, I love to focus on the ones that are really wearable and doable. So my first favorite is texture mixing. And I'm talking about textures that are really extremely different. So leather, sheer, suede, fur, faux fur. And we saw that at Will Johnson.
For noticing that.
Exactly. Twirl, please. Runway walk, please.
That's why I love you guys.
Oh, I thought you were getting up. I thought you were going to do it.
Not yet. Yeah, we have a little snake, and then we have a little lace, and then we have a little cashmere.
Exactly. You did this the other day with a black outfit too.
Textures.
Textures. I'm distracted by your lovely Louboutins. We see it here as well at Altazara. I especially love the corduroy on that one. And the
color too.
That khaki is the corduroy. And then we saw it at Brandon Maxwell. We're gonna keep moving. The next wearable trend, which has been going for a few seasons, is red. Red is back again. It's at your Marc Jacobs show you liked. If you're really
we have someone in the front row who's very much on trend from her turtleneck down to her shoes, baby.
Yeah.
You see my fashion, I see yours, darling. Gorgeous.
We saw it also at Sergio Hudson in some suiting, if that's your thing. And then third up, we're gonna switch those slides, is hips, which I thought was really fun because fashion has so long told us to use garments to be flattering, AKA as small as possible, right? Minimize yourself. And this is the opposite. It's add volume
Taking
to a
more
place.
space.
Right, take up more space, which is exactly what these Tom Brown designs did. We also saw it a few weeks ago at Paris Couture on Kendall Jenner at Steph
Oh,
Rowe.
yes.
And so this is a particular trend I want us all to pay attention to because I love talking body diversity. It just goes to show that body diversity and clothing, it all ebbs and flows. So never take any quote unquote trend to heart. It always changes. Add where you want. You don't always have to be flattered. And I really, really, really loved that trend.
I love that.
Lauren, you're fabulous.
As are you.
Thank you
Can't
so
wait
much.
to see you in the Marc Jacobs Hill. Next time I'm
That
back.
would be an absolute disaster. Thank you for sharing all of these incredible stories. We love when you stop
Thank you
by.
for having me.
And hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.